There we go. Good evening, good afternoon, good or good morning. Well, tonight and for at their side, it's definitely good evening because we're vampires. We would burn and die otherwise. But yes, tonight, after a few nights after the interesting going on events at the kind of Elysium, the exhibition of art that went down during in the Thorvuld domain. Um, Margot has spent a few days with her girlfriend, and after that, after a few days, she'll be standing in her bath, laying in her bath, just relaxing. And yes, someone comes to see her.
Sometime during the day, a fairly beautiful young woman would have come to the bathhouse and delivered a note, which to one of Margot's schools or whatever, that says that Thorvuld um, would be arriving later, just to pre-warn of the presence in case Margot wanted to deny him. Um, so around the early portion of the evening, not too far into the night, Thorvald will appear in the doorway to the bath. He is dressed in smart. He's not wearing armor. He's wearing merchant's clothes of blue and gold.
Okay, so yeah, he'll be guided by the same ghoul as last time, and he'll be guided to the room where Margot is laying down in the bath, just yeah, think she's relaxing, so, and yeah, she'll open her eyes as he comes in. Ah, Thorvald, I was told you wanted to see me. How are you this evening?
He bows to her. Primogen, I am well, thank you.
I must commend you on the night of it's the last night of the exhibition. You did your duty and tried to attack the wishing woman, which is something not everyone did.
I, you know me by now. I will defend the prince of my last living being. Such is the oath I made.
It shall not.
He circles the water around her, like he just walks around the edge of the bath looking at her.
What did you wish to speak to me about?
I was wondering whether we could go and see your statue. I didn't have time to look at it.
She says,
He under his arm he has that tartan that you saw him wear on the second night.
that what taught him.
Tartan, yeah, you saw him wear it on the second night.
Okay.
I know you are dubious, but I think I have. I think I deserve. No, he doesn't say that. He says I would just like the chance to view and compare.
And she'll get up as her ghoul probably hands her a thin towel, whatever was used as a towel back then.
And he says quietly, and I would have time with you alone.
Of course.
He smiles politely to Virgil.
The statue lies in my domain, lies in my haven.
I was aware, or I would not invite myself there. But
And she'll
there are many eyes here.
yes, come. And she'll put her a dress on something that's like quick to put on. And yeah, she'll go outside as her. This is in her actual haven, like where she sleeps most of the time, not the bathhouse. And she'll yeah, get on a horse. And does Thorvuld have inoffensive to animals?
Thorvuld has animalism and ride.
Okay.
And animal ken.
Okay, so
Um, like she gets on a horse. I presume he'll walk beside her.
do you not have a horse, Thorvuld?
I do, but I did not bring it.
How unfortunate.
How
And
is
so
it?
yeah,
Is it far?
by horse it's about an hour.
Bear with me a moment. He will because the Guildhalls aren't that far from the Merchants District.
No,
He will. He says, if you would wait for me a few moments.
of course.
He goes, and about 15 minutes later, he returns on a large black horse. It's like a stallion.
I shall smile. Come. And she'll start riding out of the city, and after about an hour, they'll get to a mansion. I don't have a picture for it, but they'll get to a mansion. And yeah.
What area of the city is it in? Is it like?
It's actually out just outside the city. It's an hour outside the city.
Cool, interesting. Thorvald, Thorvald's a good horseman. He's able to keep pace. That's clear. But he will ride along and follow her into the gates of the mansion.
They get in, and she goes through. To her mansion, she'll go through one of the towers where there's a room, and well, pretty. It's high up. It's like she gets to the last room in the tower, opens it, and it's quite a luxurious room, and in the middle of it lies the statue.
Luxurious. How's it decorated?
Probably has like red carpet on the floor, red curtains, decorated with gold, like not actual gold, but gold color borders and gold color reflections on the curtain.
Is there furniture in the room, or is it bare otherwise?
No, there's probably a desk there with a chair and stuff.
He just looks around. He just sort of takes the room in. He seems to be observing Margot's taste in decor more than anything else.
Yeah, it's everything that is there is very fine quality.
He walks up to the statue after he's bid into the room.
Yeah, he'll let him
in. And he walks straight up to it. He doesn't touch it. He looks at it. He spends probably a few minutes just looking at the statue. Not in the same way a Toreador would. He's not enraptured by it, but he studies it quite carefully. You can see, well, as I say, you can see the cogs working. You can see that he's thinking.
Margot is looking. She's probably well. She sometimes looking at him. Sometimes she's by the window, so she's sometimes looking at him. Sometimes looking at out the window.
He walks over to her after a few minutes, and if she allows, he'll put his hands on either side of her face.
Yeah, she allows it.
He says, "Tricina Rosa."
She smells.
Why did you worry about the statue?
Can't help but maybe think she gave it to me as a show that she could make things better than me.
Thorvuld actually laughs. He turns his head down to chuckle. He says, "What she has made is stone. Stone does not breathe. It does not kiss. It is not warm. It does not have courage. It does not bleed. It does not think. It does none of these things. It does not delve into the depths of mire to save the lives of innocents. It does not stand in the wake of the wishing woman and say no more. The statue, if anything, is a pale imitation of the woman."
She smiles. Thank you. And she'll, with her one hand, she'll caress his face.
"And you were not hurt? The wishing woman did not harm you?"
Very little. I'm better.
He studies her for a moment as if just checking. "I would have sent her to the underworld if she did."
She'll smile. You are very brave, Thorvuld.
He lowers his hand slightly.
It was my duty to protect the city.
"That's the difference between you and I, my lady. It is not your duty. Many of your compatriots cowered. You are unlike them."
There was a question that was asked to me. The night I became primogen, Hewat that asked me that question. Before she put in her vote, she wanted to know if I would protect the city. I told her that I had before. Well, she'll say she wanted to know if I would protect the city, even if I wasn't, even if I didn't get the title of primogen. I told her that I protected the city before without being primogen. Why would it stop? I intend to stand by my word, whether I'm primogen or not. As a Knight of this city, it is my duty to protect it.
"I saw the shadow that creep beside you when you went to the meeting."
Madeline. Yes.
"Madeline. She does so many things now that bring chaos to us all."
Yet you follow her.
"Not any longer."
I shall smile at that.
"The time for our partnership is done. Of course, I'm a strong ally of Clan the Sombra. I have made them my vow. I am, and forevermore, her friend. But I cannot risk the safety of my prince and the elders and the esteemed council in this city with her actions. She has gone too far this time." as much as it grieves me.
Will you not miss her?
I have my own domain now. And no, I won't.
And she'll smile.
You can't miss what you didn't have.
You think she never truly loved you? Or are you saying you never truly loved her?
Thorvuld turns away slightly at this.
I'm going to roll perception empathy on that.
Okay, go for it.
Let me make sure. I think it. Perception is to empathy.
I'm going to have to roll against it because of my path. Hang on. Not that I've got a lot. Got fuck all.
Oh, no successes. You got one.
You can't really read it. I care for Madeline. I would not see her come to harm. But as I say, my love, my heart is in the princedom, my duty, and those who stand with me.
She'll nod.
Your friend, Priscilla, she does not like me.
She does not.
Why?
Quite upsets me. I'm not sure she's a fan of your clan, of the standings of your clan. She is. I shall think. She's a beautiful woman, one of courage, but and one who speaks her mind. But it seems she upon those that do not have the luxurious of having the life that I and other nobilities have, and that I and other nobles have.
It does not offend me. I am used to it. I spent my whole life on knees to nobles. My sire was once the most powerful woman in our populace.
Just smile.
I will not flinch at the mention that I am not worthy of your company. That is for you to decide and for you alone.
Would probably have the same mindset as her if the unfortunate things in my past hadn't happened. If I hadn't been, if my hadn't family hadn't been killed, if my sire hadn't saved me and showed me the other side.
He will. He touches the tartan. This is the only thing I have of my father. Its mystery is as woven as the cloth.
Oh, I see. What's that totem?
It's a ceremonial garb of Celts. So it's in this time period, Irishmen and Scotsmen would wear it like a kilt.
How do you spell it?
Tartan.
T-A-M or N?
N.
Okay. Okay, I see. Yeah.
It you have your kilts made out of it and sashes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. This seems to be like a shawl or a blanket of some kind or something you drape over your shoulders or around like a sash. On Saturday, you saw him wearing it like a sash with a
Okay.
clip with pins.
Who was your father?
I do not know. The only thing I know of him is that he was a sailor, a seaman, a man that never stayed in one place. My mother loved him. He came from a faraway land to the north. His skin was white and his hair was blonde. I am told I have his eyes. But few people weep for the son of a whore. There are many children like me without fathers.
Unfortunate.
My mother speaks no more. But she gave me this before she died.
And she'll look at it. She'll look at it. Sorry.
It's very beautifully made. Lots of work goes into these things. They're like your badge of honor for being as a part of a family, of a clan. It literally takes hours and hours and hours of work, especially in that time period with no looms and things like that.
And he gave this to her.
To keep her warm, he says.
Your parents must have really cared about one another.
I often wonder. Sometimes I think maybe she was one of many. For he never came back for her or for me. Not even when the people came.
Then he must have had many of these. And she'll touch the thought of bedtime told their prized possessions.
He takes it off. Or takes it out of his hands. I have a place for it tonight.
Just now. And where is this place? She'll say with a smile.
He walks over to the statue. I can't actually remember out of character. Is the statue lying down or is it a standing statue?
I can't remember either. I think it's standing, but I'm not sure.
I know that the Chris said that they have to carry it by the borders, by the frame. So, assumably, it's got some sort of like plinth to it, or like You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the stands on it. He walks up to it and he just puts the. This is a fucking risky move for a Toreador to do to a Toreador, but he puts his tartan over the statue. And then he holds his hand out to her.
She'll take the hand.
He'll lift her gently until she's sort of sat on top of the statue and on top of the blanket.
And she'll smile.
Allow no man, no woman, not even any gods, to ever dethrone you from your place, Primogen.
And she'll smile.
Thorvuld is going to make a. No, he's not. Thorvuld, he puts his arms around her. The tartan is yours to keep.
Thank you, Thorvuld. It's an honor to receive that gift.
If he sort of he doesn't quite interrupt. If, and he gets a bit closer, he just says, "If you will take me into your service."
And she'll think. Hmm. I'm not quite sure what. Shit, I forgot her name again. Oh, you see. Margaret wouldn't, but I keep forgetting her name.
Priscilla?
Priscilla.
I think she'll be fine. It is not the first time
Oh,
a dog has been at a Toreador's heels.
and she'll smile.
Nor will it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nor will it be the last.
And she'll smile. All she needs to know is that you are a servant of mine, that you are at my service.
At this, Thorvald will kneel. He gets so that she's a lot higher than him at this point.
And she'll smile. She'll let him be bowed for a little bit, and then she'll say, "You may rise."
He rises.
I will show you what it is to survive in the coming nights. What I believe is the safest way, the surest way to survive as a kindred in what is coming. As a kindred, sorry, in what is coming. We'll show you how to blend in with the human society. Feel what they feel. Feel as if you were human again.
I remember the first time I saw you, my lady. It was like walking outside on a cloudy day, and suddenly the sun comes out and warms your skin.
She'll smile at that.
I believe in your presence. I will learn much about feeling the warmth again, for I have been in the cold for too long.
Indeed. Every human every Cainite, every living being is worth something. It is their deeds that that take away or add to that worth. This is what I believe.
As do I. I believe everyone has their part to play. This is why I protect the girls.
You are on your way to. Yes, I say you are on your way to a good path. We Kent would like to speak Kent I'd like to speak of how better we have become, of how much more powerful we are now. But feelings, emotions, these are things that are very precious.
Show me. As the statue cannot.
Sorry, as what?
As the statue cannot.
And she'll get down. And I say, that might be a Dex thing. I'll throw Dex. Because what she does is she comes down and then but on her way down, she grabs onto him so that she doesn't totally go down. Like her arms go around her neck and her legs around his waist.
I'm gonna roll Dex as well.
Dex, athletics,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Yeah, Margot's fine. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's fine. 4 successes.
You jump, and Thorvuld catches you.
And yeah, and her arms go around Thorvald's neck, and her legs are wrap around his waist.
He will.
And
no, go ahead.
since she has blush of health and stuff like that, she'll caress him. Feel the warmth in my skin. Does it not feel better than cold hands?
He kisses her, and he will push her back slightly, and if she allows, he will show her exactly how beautiful she is compared to the statue.
Yeah, she'll allow it.
Shall we say? And that'll be the moment.
We go cam dark, because otherwise we're not allowed to do that stuff. Okay, well, thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, future watchers, for future watching.